Hello, manifestors. This is a video request. What to think about conventional relationship advice when you are a conscious manifester, when you know about the law of assumption. This is what we are going to talk about today, so please be sure to like the video if you liked it, comment, share the video so more people like you can actually see this video, and a lot of people need to hear this information. And also subscribe if you are new here. My name is Sylvia and I am a manifesting coach. I do one-on-one coaching and email coaching. I have now a podcast that you can listen to every Tuesday on every popular podcast platforms. I also have a blog where you can learn more about the law of assumption and the teaching of Neville Goddard. And I have a free Facebook group. You just need to answer the 4 questions that we ask you in order to get in. So, relationship advice, conventional relationship advice, what to think about it? Well, my dear friends, you may want to know, if you don't know it already, that I used to be a relationship coach. For a couple of years or so, I used to have a Facebook group for women who had been in toxic relationship patterns, because that's what I used to be myself. But would I give any of the advice that I used to give back then as a relationship coach to my conscious manifester crowd? The short answer is no. First of all, not all relationship advice is bad. For example, it's not because you are a conscious manifester that you should take some ill treatment, that you should be a doormat to anyone. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that the relationship advice that you hear from the conventional relationship coach is purely based on 3D and purely based on the belief that we are completely separated from people and that we have nothing to do with what they are doing to us. So that's the base of relationship advice, and that's why it doesn't apply to us as conscious manifestors. So, for example, some advice that is very, very common among relationship coaches when you are in search of understanding why you were dumped by your ex, for example. You start seeing those videos about no contact, the no contact rule, and then if it's a really bad coach, they will tell you that it's 30 days, okay? After 30 days, you can contact your SP. After 30 days, you can contact your ex. Well, the thing is this, my friends. If you have not worked on yourself, if you are still in the same state of mind as when your ex, as they call it, left you 30 days later, you better not contact them, because you are not going to get a nice surprise, that's for sure. That crazy rule is based on the fact that because you have not contacted them in 30 days, they are going to start missing you, and they're therefore going to be receptive to your message. But that's not the way it works. I know tons of people who have done that and got very bad results because they were exactly in the same mindset, in the same frame of mind as when they were dumped. They were actually a mess, a big mess 30 days later. And when they contact their SP or their ex, as they call it, it was a catastrophe. So that relationship advice is a very bad advice. And it's an advice that is based on some nonsense rules that are not even rules, and that's why it's not working for most people. But overall, conventional relationship advice are based on the fact that your person is completely separated from you. Your SP is completely separated from you, and what he or she does is based on he or she alone. when we know that this is not the case. Whatever relationship pattern you are in right now, good or bad, it's not coming from them, it's coming from you. This is why no matter who you are, no matter what relationship pattern you are in, it's probably a pattern that you have had for the longest time. And if you are now a conscious manifester, you realized that, right? You realized that whatever relationship pattern you were in, most likely when you got to this crowd, the manifesting crowd, it was a bad one. And then you realize that no matter who you manifested, no matter who you attracted, it was the same person basically. Even if it was in different countries, in different continents like me, or whatever, at different periods of your life, you always ended up with the same results. And the reason for this is one and only. It's because it's coming from you. You are the operant power. So even if you've manifested some pervert narcissist like I did, I have manifested at least 3 of those, it's because it was in me. I had a huge relationship problem. I would manifest some pervert narcissist at worst. And at best, even if I manifested someone that was decent and even great almost at the beginning, I transformed them into someone that I could not even recognize. The reason for that, it's not that I was so unlucky and always got the bad guy. Even the one that didn't seem to be bad after all ended up breaking my heart. All of it was because of me, what I was doing to myself from within, because of some beliefs that I had since I was a child. My beliefs were that people would abandon me, betray me, disappoint me. And that belief played out big time in my relationship. Because your specific person, by the way, your romantic partner, is your biggest mirror. Everybody in your reality is you pushed out. But in the case of a specific person, it's like blown out 10 times over. Your specific person is really you pushed out big time. It's your biggest mirror. So this is why I manifested those relationships no matter what. This is why even the smartest, nicest guy that I would meet would end up disappoint me, abandon me, and betray me. It all came from me. Now, the conventional relationship coaches, not knowing that you are everyone pushed out, they will tell you, well, just forget about this one and get someone else. But what they don't realize is, as long as you don't change your core beliefs about yourself, you are going to manifest the same scenario or something very similar. And I am a living proof of this. Okay, that's why I can have a lot of strength and convincing telling you this. As long as you do not change you, I don't care what pearl, what diamond you meet when it comes to a specific person, a romantic partner. If you don't fix your inner problems about yourself, about what you believe about your own self, you are going to turn wine into vinegar. Trust me. Trust me. Please trust me. I've done that, okay? Been there and done that. That's why I can help a lot of people, because whatever you are going through right now, I've been going through or worse, okay? I can promise you that. Another irrelevant advice that you would hear from conventional relationship coaches is a long distance relationship. I promise you, if you talk about long distance relationships to any conventional relationship coach, they would tell you it's a bad idea. Long distance relationships are hard. Long distance relationships are hard to sustain. You should not have a long distance relationship. But this, when we are a conscious manifester, we know it's just a belief. It is a belief that they are holding into place. Therefore, no wonder that for them and probably for all their clients, long distance relationships are hard to maintain. So, if you are in a long distance relationship and you believe, because you heard from those coaches, that it's hard, it's going to be hard for you. Because whatever you assume to be true, whether or not it makes sense in the 3D world, it's going to be true to you. So if you are right now in a long distance relationship, please do not ask advice to those conventional relationship coaches who know nothing about the law of assumption. Do not listen to them, because they are going to put it into your mind that long distance relationships are hard and that it's not something that you should look for. Well, obviously, if you are in a long distance relationship, it's not something that you want to have forever, because you would want to be with your person, right? But please, if anything happened negative between you and your SP and you were in a long distance relationship, do not believe that it was because of the long distance. It's not because of that. It's because of whatever belief that you have. And maybe you have the belief that says long distance relationships are hard. Therefore, they have to be hard for you. In other words, it's not long distance relationships that are hard. It's your belief that it is hard that is going to make it hard. So overall, guys, do not listen to conventional relationship coaches because they have their limiting beliefs. When you think that even the law of attraction teachers have a lot of limiting beliefs, imagine those who don't even know about the law of attraction, right? I remember once a question that a relationship coach answered in one of his lives, someone asking about the law of attraction. And he said, well, the law of attraction is just a mindset. As if the law of attraction was something you could just turn on and off. At the time, I did not know about the law of assumption, but I already knew about the law of attraction. So I was laughing inside because I knew that this guy had no clue whatsoever about the laws of the universe and that we don't choose to apply them into our lives. They just apply regardless. So overall, guys, stay away from advice from relationship coaches, because even the best one, even the ones that will give you good relationship advice, they are clueless about the fact that you can manifest the exact behavior that you want from your specific person and from anyone in your life. They are clueless about this. And this is why once you are in the law of assumption, once you know that you create your world within your consciousness, you can disregard any of this advice that means nothing, that is completely irrelevant to your life from now on. I hope this was helpful, guys. If it was, please like the video, share it, comment, subscribe if you have not yet. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.